They are about to start high school career. Bravo! You are a very special group of students, special for me. I'm gonna open it. Maybe it's not a secret, but some of you I know from 2 years old. And there is one student whom I know for 4 months old. Can you imagine? He doesn't know probably that. Yeah, but I do. I remember that. You always were very talented. A lot of fun. You always want to sing. Dad, this is what I love the most, you know that. And you are very great mathematicians, learners. So you are so special to the school. We work hard, you work hard, and you grow in many different ways. And middle school was not easy at all. There are many changes in life, in school, in your mind, and in your heart. But you made it. You became stronger, wiser, and you're ready for the next step. Some of you will stay at Star Academy for our school, and we are very happy about that. We have a really good plan how to make you successful in life. Some of you are going to other schools, and we're going to miss you a lot. But we know for sure every one of you is going to remember Star Academy. It's going to stay in your heart. You're going to remember the teachers, your friends. You're going to remember Star Academy. Because Star Academy is more than a school. It's a place where we care about each and every one of you. Where we try our best. Where we learn not only math and science, but also how to be kind, honest, and strong. That is what makes our school so special. And you are a big part of our heart. I want to thank you, the parents. You are the smartest, the best parents ever. You decided to bring your children to Star Academy. And big thank you to our wonderful teachers. Without you, your knowledge, your fun personality, it wouldn't be a Star Academy the way it is. Thank you so much for your time, for your energy, for your hearts. You help our students believe in themselves. You made this journey possible. To our brothers, we are very proud of you. Keep working hard, keep asking questions, be kind, be brave, be you. Thank you.
Thank you, Larissa. By now, everything that needed to be said about you, your growth, your achievements, your hard work has really been said. So let me speak to you, not as students leaving middle school, but as young people stepping into a new chapter of your lives. You're standing at the edge of something much bigger. Upper school is not just more classes or harder homework. It's the beginning of your journey toward adulthood. Yes, you will have more freedom and a lot more responsibility. You will make choices that matter. It starts to count now. You'll start asking deeper questions about the world, to speak up, even when your voice shakes a little and it's really scary at that moment. To stand for what's right when it's not easy at all. You'll start to build your own identity. And no, I don't mean Snapchat or Instagram identity and bios. I mean who you really are and when no one is looking. What you care about, how you treat others, what you do when you fail. Because trust me, you will fail. But the question is, how do you get up? And what do you do after you fail? Those of you staying at Star Academy know that we'll be there every step of the way, even if you might not want us there for every step of the way. But we will be there. And if you're moving on, you leave with our pride and support. You carry Star with you in the way you think, the way you speak, the way you care. Graduates, this is your moment. Not the end of the story, but the end of the chapter. And what comes next? That's truly up to each one of you. Do me a favor, dream big. Work even harder. Take care of yourself, but most important, take care of the people around you who love you and care for you. Trust me when I tell each one of you, you are beyond ready to achieve it all. Congratulations.
Before we end our speech, I want to take a moment to recognize someone very special. Today is not just the end of the middle school for our 8th graders, it's your day. But today is also the very first upper school graduation in the history of Star Academy. And our first graduate is Denisa. Denise, you know, we're so proud of you. You didn't just study here, you helped us build our school at Star Academy. You were with us when our school was still new. You were patient, strong, and focused. You worked hard, you believed in us, and we believe in you. You are first. And no matter how many students will graduate after you, you always will become you are first. That will never change. Thank you for being part of our journey. You will be always have place in our hearts. I want to ask you a word of God. Being first is never easy. There's no path to follow. You have to make it yourself. And that's exactly what you did, and that's exactly what you're doing. You showed leadership, maturity, and quite a determination. You took your education seriously, and you also brought calm, depth, and quiet confidence to our community. You've set a standard for what it means to be a Star Academy graduate. Not just academics, but most importantly in character. Your path will inspire many others who come after you. Wherever life takes you next, know that we are proud to have been part of your story. And our story doesn't end
with everything that the future holds for you. Thank you for your trust in us, and thank you for everything you have done. You've taught us a lot. I know you wanted to say a few words, so why don't we hear from our first graduate? Not yet, you don't hear from them.
Good evening, everyone. Faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. As I stand here today, I'm filled with so many emotions, but above all, an overwhelming sense of gratitude. As Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. I feel like my journey speaks to this well. 3 years ago, I arrived in Bismarck alone from Russia. My journey began in a public school. A challenging 5 months where I dreamed of opportunities that seemed out of reach. In public school, my deepest desire was to advance from Algebra 1 honors to EP, and was denied. But then, I found Star Academy, and truly, it's the best school I've ever known. This wasn't just a place to learn, it was a place where my potential was truly seen and celebrated. On my very first day here, Star Academy met my ambition, my potential, and it was truly seen and celebrated. And when they didn't see my knowledge, they saw my best sides and worked to light them up. Math was my favorite subject, and Larissa ignited a real passion in me. The way she taught truly lit me up. My English journey here is another testament to this. My initial plan was 2 years at ESL, but Star Academy some more than me. They gave me the opportunity to learn English at an incredible pace, and within just 5 months, I was in regular English class. This year, I've been taking English. Beyond core subjects, the practical classes, real estate, business management from Babson College, entrepreneurship, personal finance, sales, give me a wealth of valuable knowledge, which I have put to good use and have spent the past 2 years building and running my own businesses. And I'm excited to keep forging my own path, driven by ambition, hard work, and the knowledge I learned from the classes here. Throughout my time here, I always felt incredible support from every single teacher. If I ever had a problem, they were always there. To my teachers, my classmates, and especially to our incredible directors, Larissa and Margarita, who were always there to support me, to talk, and to help. Thank you. I would also like to thank my Aunt Dasha for allowing me to seize this amazing opportunity at Star Academy. As I step out into my future, I will do it boldly, not because I know exactly where I'm going, but I know exactly who I'm becoming. As Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it is done. So I will go out there, trust myself, and make it happen.
I love you.
I would like to close out this message by saying congratulations to the 2025 graduating 8th grade class. Good luck in your journeys. Finally, thank you to everyone who has been part of my journey in Star Academy, because Star Academy is more than a school. It is an extraordinary community. And I know, without a doubt, that when I have children of my own, they will receive the best education, because they will come here to Star Academy. Thank you, Star Academy. Thank you all.
The first Star Academy graduate, Dennis Nixon. And we know that thousands of graduates later will still remember today. We would like to invite up our wonderful parents of the 8th grade class to provide some inspiration. Please welcome Ms. Natalia Gohanova and Mr. Albert Corlin.
Thank you. How's everyone doing? Excellent. Well, as a parent of one of the students, Elizabeth, also known as Ellie, or Elizabeth, among her friends, I just want to say how many times she came back from school and with the tears in her eyes said, I don't know how to explain it, but Star Academy is like my second home. Sometimes I don't even want to go home. It's very true. It's true. And, personal experience, Star Academy is becoming famous. Just yesterday with Elizabeth's younger sister who's here, we went for a walk around the neighborhood. And as we're walking, she sees a little girl about a block away. I barely see her. And she says, who is this? I don't know, little girl. I don't know either, she said, but I know she goes to Star Academy. Really, how? Well, she's wearing Star uniform. So, Star is becoming known just by looking at kids. It's recognized, at least around our town. Dear guests, directors, teachers, parents, our amazing graduates, we consider ourselves and our daughter, Elizabeth, truly lucky and privileged to have spent 5 wonderful years as part of this incredible school. Elizabeth began her journey at Star as a shy 4th grader and has grown into a confident, thoughtful, and well-educated young woman. Over these years, we've watched with pride as she and her peers have blossomed, developed their individuality, honing on critical thinking skills and forming their own worldviews. We're especially grateful to Star Academy for the way it stood during the pandemic and during the dark days of the pandemic. While so much in the world shut down, Star remained a beacon of stability, keeping its doors open and its mission alive. For that, we'll forever be thankful. Star is a new school, but already has many traditions. Our favorite tradition is the amazing concerts that bring all the students, teachers, families together in a celebration and joy. These gatherings are such beautiful reflection of the spirit that makes Star so special. At its heart, Star Academy is all about its people. It's brilliant, devoted educators who nurture their students' dreams and aspirations, the hardworking administrators and staff, Igor, Anya, Julia, Lucy, Louis, who ensure every detail from meals to maintenance to schedules to ensure that everything is running smoothly. And the visionary directors, of course, Larissa and Margarita, who guide and inspire this community to be very best. Star is a truly special place. It has given the 8th grade class not only exceptional education, but also a vibrant, supportive community filled with generous teachers, dedicated staff, and engaged parents. We have one small request for our graduates. Please stay connected. Keep in touch with your teachers, your directors, and of course, with one another. Let's continue to let this community flourish and grow. Because who knows, one day, not too far from now, as was already said, you may be proud to welcome your own children into the Star Academy. Wherever life takes you, we know you'll carry a piece of star in your hearts, and it will always shine brightly. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I think I'm loud enough. Thank you. You are. Thank you. Otherwise, it's handsome, very beautiful, very dedicated, sometimes stubborn 9th graders. I know you didn't come here for a speech from somebody else's mom, especially the one who cries through half of it, so I already cried in the car. I'll keep it short. My speech mostly for the kids. In this past 4 years, the pandemic, the middle school, you navigated so much. Constant makeups, breakups, dating, and all the drama.
We loved it all.
Constant Instagram chats and TikToks. But among all of this, somehow you still manage to come to classes. You still manage to do your homeworks. Somehow some of you took a pre-calculus exam, who knows how, and all of this while constantly losing your ties and Larissa constantly hunting you down. Because all the time, we're somehow missing. But while most of other middle schoolers are still figuring out their bus routes and how to pack their lunch boxes, you guys are world travelers. I mean, you are navigating Heathrows and Washington DCs and New Yorks. And this is the part of the amazing global perspective that I think Star Academy taught you, that you are really citizens of the world. That the learning is not just limited to school, it is also, the whole world is to learn. And while some of the kids are sitting there in classrooms, you are attending Oxfords and you are attending, museums in DC. And let's not forget that gourmet taste that you now all acquire thanks to Margarita's love for restaurants.
Thank you, parents, for paying for it.
All right, but in all seriousness, behind all of that, every project, trip, and behind every essay was a team of absolutely incredible grown-ups. Grown-ups who were willing to be with you through all of this journey. Grown-ups who constantly inspired you, grown-ups who constantly encouraged you, grown-ups who knew the name of your pet, the name of your sibling, and what is your favorite food. Granted, sometimes fresh fish brought directly from the pier was not something you all appreciated, but we as parents truly appreciated the gesture of Star Academy to try to help keep feeding you extremely healthy foods. Even though old school pizza next door, I think, acquired a lot of profit from you attending it every month. But the interesting thing to me about Star Academy, and I think I have another child who goes to public school, so I have a point of reference. I think the most valued aspect about Star Academy is that each single one of you was seen by your teachers and the administration. They saw you for who you are. They taught you strength. They saw your strength. They saw your struggles. They believed in you, and sometimes they believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. And that matters more than anything, and definitely more than your GPA. So now, when you're headed for high school, what does it mean for you? Big classes, as Margarita said, more freedom, more pressure. Nobody's going to chase you down the hallway, for a missing tie, hopefully. But what I want to advise you or wish you for your journey is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to explore. Try to face that you are most afraid of. When you see somebody in this big school cafeteria or hear staff who is new, sit next to them. Even if they're strange, even if you don't know them, because sometimes you never know. It could be your best friend, or it could be somebody who you build a long-term friendships in the future. So be brave, be bold, but at the same time, as Margarita Larissa said, be kind, be generous to people. Always be aware that there is a village that is trying to support you, who is behind you, and who love you endlessly. Good luck, graduates.
such wonderful people. And you thought that you come here to learn from us, but I truly learned from all of you this year, and it has been a privilege to know you, to touch your lives, and to have my life touched by you. And I guess it's customary to give advice at this thing, but I don't have much advice for you. I'm just going to tell you one thing. Don't hurry up to grow up. Just enjoy every step that you take, and I think you're going to love the high school. You're going to love the rest of your lives, because you're amazing. And we have seen that, and please start believing in yourselves, and start seeing the amazing things in yourselves. And again, don't hurry up to grow up. Just take it one step at a time, and enjoy your lives. Thank you.
Good evening, families, friends, faculty, and most importantly to our graduating 8th graders. I'm here tonight not just as your civics and government teacher or homeroom teacher, but also as someone who deeply believes in you all and your potential to shape the world. In class this year, we studied the principles of democracy. We learned about the purpose of the Declaration of Independence and the structure of the Constitution. We studied the Bill of Rights and the 3 branches of government. We learned about the debates between the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists. We learned about political parties. We studied state governments, voting, and we learned about the judiciary. Sometimes we were a little bit on the struggle bus, but we usually always got to where we needed to go. Most importantly, we learned about what it means to be an active, informed citizen in a constitutional republic. Because civics is not just about facts written in books. It's about what we do with that knowledge. And this year, you all did something. You learned about the people who represent you in Congress, and we contacted Congressman Jake Hockenbloss, who represents the 4th District of Massachusetts. And we requested from his office, and we received a U.S. flag that was flown over the Capitol, this guy. We also wrote and submitted a request for an official proclamation from the governor of Massachusetts, which she did sign, honoring today as Student Appreciation Day. We visited the State House and saw the government in action. You also organized a successful bake sale, not just to raise money, but to make a difference. And with the funds, we bought recycling bins for our school, and we donated to a local charity. So, in other words, you didn't just talk about being good citizens, you actually lived it. Although you may not be able to vote yet, your actions have already shown that your ideas and your voices matter and that they can make a difference. I've seen you all lead and participate in class debates where you listen respectfully, even when you disagree. I've seen you support your classmates. I've seen you unafraid to say when you think something felt unfair. And I've seen you take the time to explore and to try to understand different points of view. You often ask big, complex, and thoughtful questions. Questions about federalism, about how political power is used, about immigration, about American history and current events, of which there are many. In other words, you ask questions about abstract concepts like equality and liberty and justice. And to me, that is what democracy looks like. It's not just something that happens every 4 years on election day. Democracy happens daily in classrooms, conversations, in small acts of courage and care for others in our communities. And you've shown that being a good citizen is not about waiting for someone else to come and fix your problems for you. It's about showing up, speaking up, and lifting up others along the way. So as you head into high school, I hope that you take this same energy with you. I ask that you be kind to yourself and to others, to work hard, and to take responsibility. Those are all admirable qualities of an engaged citizen. And if you see something that needs to change, be the one to raise your hand. Be the one who starts the conversation, and be the one who leads the way. I know you can. So congratulations, class of 2025. I'm very proud of you.
We would like to introduce and welcome the Student Government President of Star Academy, Max Gershberg.
Good evening, everyone. I know it's been a pretty long night. Thank you all for coming. My name is Max Gershberg, and it's an honor to speak before the 8th grade graduating class. And Dennis. Now, I was told to give an inspirational speech to you all, but honestly, you are in a better state than I was in 8th grade. I know many of you from constantly seeing you in the halls, and some of you at my house when my mother decides to host yet another girls' sleepover. And to be quite frank, I try to leave the house for those. Anyway, middle school is no small climb. You've navigated challenges, discovered your strengths, and built a community that's unique to your class. You've shown resilience, creativity, and heart, qualities that will serve you well as you head into high school and beyond. Now let's be real. Growing up isn't always easy, but you did it together. And tonight is proof of how far you've come. But of course, none of us do this alone. To the incredible teachers and staff, thank you. Your dedication and support have shaped this class in countless ways. And to the two of the most impactful leaders we've had, directors Larissa and Margarita, thank you for your unwavering guidance and deep care for every student. You've been the steady hands and open hearts behind so much of what makes Star Academy. Feel like home. You've challenged, encouraged, and uplifted this class, and we're all better because of it. I would also like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the class representatives who served alongside me on the student council. Your leadership, ideas, and dedication made a real impact this year. You helped give your classmates a voice, kept our community strong, and I'm grateful to have worked with you. As you take this next step, know that high school is not just another grade level. It's a chance to grow into the person you're becoming, to explore who you are, and to make your voice heard. You're ready, and we're ready to welcome you. Congratulations, class of 2025. You've got a bright future. Thank you.
Wow. Are you guys nervous? It's a little hard to come after such powerful speeches, but we have our actual students who have a few words they want to say. So we would like to invite Rachel, Ellie, Leonora, Alina, Michael, Isaac, Vanya, and Alex, and you know you're on the order, to come and tell us a little bit of your own thoughts and guide your peers into the next steps.
Good afternoon and welcome, parents, teachers, and fellow students of Star Academy. My name is Rachel Bryan, and I'm finally graduating from 8th grade. From fun trips to tough classes, this year has been a roller coaster of emotions. But I know I wasn't strapped into the seat all by myself. As I entered Star Academy, I didn't just enter a school, I entered a home. Overall, I've learned many important lessons here, but I'm only going to name 3, because let's be real, some of us older folks tend to doze off easily, right, Mr. Sidney? So, number 1, the importance of education. As much as Star Academy loves to have fun, we do not take education lightly here. We are offered many opportunities that we truly couldn't get anywhere else, including a wide selection of second language courses. Last year, I was taught Russian by Valeri Viktorovna, who was one of the best teachers I've ever had. She was always very kind and caring to me, but knew how to keep me on track. All of her classes were memorable, but there's one that I remember the most vividly. As my classmates and I sat in her lesson and learned about the important land of Pushkin, the rain outside poured. Suddenly, all the lights turned off and everyone started panicking. As chaos filled the class, another Russian teacher knocked on the door, asking what should be our next steps in order to stay safe in the brutal storm. Valeri Viktorovna, with not a doubt in her mind, responded with, "Nothing. We do nothing. What are we supposed to do? Ask the clouds to stop raining? No, we continue the lesson." And although we possibly should have already been down the stairs heading to the cafeteria, the response we got from Valeri Viktorovna was very different. It made me realize how important it is to stay on task and concentrate, even in the worst moments. You can't control the people and the situations around you, but you can control your response. I've always been very goal-oriented and focused when it comes to academics, but Star Academy has given me class with so many amazing opportunities that have significantly helped us to reach even higher. Lesson number 2. How big of a difference friends can make in your life. In the wise words of Katy Perry, do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind wanting to start again? Well, I did, but that was before I found my friends, my people. When I first came to Star Academy, I was alone, and I never would have thought that I'd be standing here today, thinking so much about how I'm going to miss seeing each and every one of you on a daily basis. But you know, I'm sure we'll probably enjoy taking a break from each other. Also, I spent these past 3 years bonding with you all, and some of my best memories are from when we were together. For example, the annual camping trip. One evening at Camp Skodak, a few friends and I decided to check out a mysterious cabin which was making a suspicious noise. As we slowly gathered the courage to open the door, we just screamed out of terror and ran as fast as we could. And eventually, people started noticing the 4 girls crazily running around an old cabin, and at some point, we were caught by the counselors, and it was proven to us that this ghost was really just a raccoon. That's not the point. The point is that even though we were dealing with a very dangerous matter, all the girls stood by each other to create a team of Ghostbusters, which I'll remember forever. And lastly, number 3. It's okay to fall, as long as you can get back up again. As someone who has a lot of experience falling, I also know that even though it takes some time and effort, you can and you will get back up again. Star Academy has not only taught me how to blossom, but also how to grow. Behind every essay is a rewrite and an edit. Behind every math test is a very heavy math book and many practice problems. Behind every smile and giggle is a cry. And we so often forget that behind every success is a potential failure. And when I say fail, I mean first attempt at learning. So as weird as this is going to sound, learn to fail and learn to grow. These 3 lessons have not only been incorporated into my time here at Star, but also to my day-to-day life and my future. Although a new part of our lives is starting and many of us are moving on, I will always remember the years I spent here and the many memories we have made right in these classrooms. But most of all, I will remember and appreciate the people that took over this building and made it not only a school, but a family. First of all, I'd like to give a huge thanks to my math teacher, Mr. P, for raising my stress levels every day this year, but also explaining geometry to me over and over again until I finally got it. I knew that was tough for both of us. Also, thank you to Dr. Anderson, the best teacher to chat to, whether it's about the latest drama or how the U.S. Constitution is formed. I know you will always help me when I get on the sparkle bus. And of course, Dr. Hunter, who has taught us so much about genetics, chemistry, physics, but also always makes us laugh. When it comes to English, this year has been very, how should I say this, rocky. However, Miss O'Hare is able to explain it up. Although you haven't been a teacher for long, I feel as if I've known you forever, and your sarcastic jokes about how bored you are of our complaints are something I'll always remember. Additionally, Miss Luna is one of the best teachers I've ever had, because although she sometimes starts to make me laugh at my homework, she has always been very understanding and patient. Gracias. Very special thanks to Larissa, Margarita, and all the administrators that put in the work to help make this year incredibly special. Larissa, you've always been so kind and caring to everyone. It made me smile every time I cried, and as most of you know, I cried a lot. For good reasons anyway. Also, thank you to Margarita, helps keep the school running, and is great at problem solving, along with dressing up in fashion outfits. But of course, all the other faculty members and staff won't go unnoticed. Stanislav, Anya, Igor, Louis, Lucy, thank you so much for all your hard work because Star Academy wouldn't be the same without you all. Lastly, I'd like to thank the people that brought me to the school, filled out all my health forms, and registered. My 2 wonderful parents. You have always been very supportive and kind, even in my worst moments, and I will always be grateful for that. And I'm sure I'm not the only person in this class with such amazing parents. On behalf of the 8th grade class, I'd like to thank every parent and family for being here today and driving their kids to their classes, even when they really don't want to go, but it's for their own good. Anyway, you've all heard me talk for a long time, so let me quickly wrap this up. Congratulations, class of 2025. We have finally graduated. As I walked down the aisle to receive my diploma, I received all my thoughts of middle school and let a new chapter commence to be a part of my life. My classmates and I were able to share many cherishable moments. We've always had a passion to go to school and had something to look forward to every day. Spending summers in summer camp, going to Camp Shadow with the school for a few days, having class trips to the library, parties, everything is connected, everything started with Star Academy. Star Academy is like my family, my home, my safe place, where I will always have someone to talk to, somewhere to go, and have a feeling of belonging. Thank you, Larissa and Margarita, for giving me this opportunity to be connected with my friends, classmates, and role models. We are all shining stars ready to save on the world. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Welcome parents, teachers, and fellow graduates. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on this bittersweet day in which our students will go on to the next chapter of their lives. My name is Leonora Allentuck, and I would like to start off by saying that standing here and presenting this commencement speech has been my dream since I was 10, when the first ever 8th grade class at Star Academy graduated. I remember long speeches and careful preparation, as well as my envy to one day become as perfect as they seemed. I hope I have achieved the same level of excellence and inspiration as they have, and am able to influence the future middle schoolers in the same way. I'm standing here this evening to share our love for the school, our gratitude to everyone who gathered here, and the varying stories, both joyous and sorrowful, which will hopefully stay engraved in our developing minds forever. However, reality always reminds us that not everything is truly endless. The patience of our teachers when our two classes would combine, or those broken glass windows of our neighboring church, definitely did not last for eternity. These 3 years have flown by, and now, seeing all of us recount we were back in the 5th grade warms my heart, as it makes me realize the extent of our achievements, both in terms of education and maturity. Aside from all this, a speech cannot be presented without knowledge and determination, all of which I have learned over these past few years. I would like to start off by thanking all of the English teachers for helping me turn my millions of ideas into a powerful and motivating commencement. I would like to emphasize the hard work of Miss O'Hare, who stepped in on my class's lowest moments and turned them into an adventure of a lifetime. Even after a convoluted year regarding English class, she helped me renew my spark for the subject and reminded me that every inconvenience leads to a positive outcome. Thank you. Furthermore, science class with Dr. Hunter has been a fan favorite since the 5th grade. Whether it was learning about the orbit of planets or extracting DNA from rotten strawberries, Dr. Hunter always made our learning fun. I would like to give my thanks to the math department, as they have all done so much for me. I genuinely cannot express how grateful I am for everything that Mr. Pokrovinsky has taught my class this past year. It was not just quadratic equations or paragraph proofs, but also important life lessons and morals, which no one can live without, including the difference between macaroni and cheese versus macaroni with cheese. His classroom could potentially be filled to the brim with our tears after his exhausting tests, yet overflowed with our laughter and happiness also. I think all of the 8th grade can agree that Dr. Anderson has helped us all so much this past year. Even if we did not have the first period, we would stop by his room every morning to say hi, or talk about a random life event which we were for some reason so eager to share with him. Our love of variety of projects and weekly presentations, restaurants all around the world, or comforting me when yet another dispute dispersed throughout our grade. These women have worked so hard to get our community to where we all are now, all while dealing with their own problems. For example, last year, Larissa was teaching 7 math classes a day and making sure our school was in order, all while having a smile on her face. Or this year, when Margarita helped the high schoolers with their AP tests and college questions, all while studying for her well-earned master's degree, which is a huge achievement, so congratulations. I would like to take a moment and reflect on everything that these role models have created and shown us over the span of all our school years. I hope that these two heroes who have had faith in us through all the ups and downs of our time together truly know how much they mean to us. Thank you so much, Larissa and Margarita, for everything. After all this, my 8th grade class can officially raise their hands up and cheer. Not only since I have almost finished this continuous speech, but also because we have officially, finally made it out of middle school. Congratulations, class of 2029.
milestone, and we should all be immensely proud of ourselves. Getting here is taking dedication, courage, and patience, which deserves recognition. As we look into the next chapter, we will carry the lessons we've learned and the memories we've made. Not everyone went to London, but we all had a blast together. Our flight was delayed, and being stuck in the airport for 12 hours was definitely not on our bucket list, but hey, at least we know our way through the entire Boston Logan Airport. But it was all worth it. From visiting Westminster Abbey to attending Oxford University, we created thousands of incredible memories that we will never forget. Joining this community was one of the best things that's ever happened to me. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we were all going through a tough time, and attending school was one of the most challenging aspects for me. I couldn't just sit in a chair all day without guidance or my peers. I was all alone and lost until my mom presented Star Academy to me. It was time for orientation day, and I was in 4th grade. The only word I could use to describe my feelings is apprehensive. Starting over was something I never imagined, considering I had just recently found my place in my own school. As I met my teachers and classmates, I felt that this wouldn't be so bad after all. With the loving community and caring faculty, I quickly found my place and never wanted to leave school. The end of the year came by in the blink of an eye, and I was so upset that I couldn't return to my second home for a while. But I am grateful that I had the opportunity to come back to Star Academy year after year. I would like to thank all the people who have helped us get to the point we are today. First and foremost, Larissa and Margarita. You guys are my directors and role models who have set excellent examples for everyone. You guys are the building blocks to this phenomenal learning center where impeccable minds can grow. And I greatly admire and appreciate you both for that. Next, I would like to thank
two go. You've not only taught me English, but you've also helped me improve my English exceptionally. Mr. Greer, you've been teaching me since 6th grade, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Thank you to the entire teaching faculty and staff who have put their heart and soul into teaching and guiding us. I couldn't possibly think of what I would do without you guys. You're always willing to help, even when us teenagers can be tricky, and you know that's pretty often. Next, I would like to thank my mom and dad. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to join this loving community where I can just be myself. I appreciate you guys for always pushing me to my limits and encouraging me to try hard. I know you guys always have faith in me no matter what I do, and you guys love me more than I can even handle. Max, you always keep me on my toes and try to make me laugh when I'm upset. Yes, we fight a lot, but at the end of the day, you're my brother, whom I would do anything for. Lastly, I would like to thank my peers. Having you guys as classmates was nothing short of incredible. We've made so many memories that I will cherish forever. While summer is right around the corner and we're all excited to enjoy the sun, I'm looking forward to learning new things and gaining independence. Even in high school is something that we thought would never happen, but here we are today, remembering all of our accomplishments and struggles and ready to take on our new chapter. I'm also looking forward to reflecting on my experiences in middle school and embarking on my new chapter. To all my peers, congratulations on reaching this huge milestone. You guys are the only reason I'm able to get through school. From seeking a little laugh when we shouldn't be, to debating the difference between a genotype and a phenotype, our journey together was definitely out of the ordinary. Having the opportunity to give this commencement speech is something that I will never forget. Once again, thank you graduates, faculty, staff, families, and friends for making this day possible. Congratulations, class of 2029.
It's not just an assignment I'm completing or a personal milestone that I'm reaching, but rather a necessity and something that we all need to hear as a whole. But it wasn't easy getting to where I am today in order to be able to make this speech well and to be presented to all of you. I couldn't imagine where I would be if I hadn't made the effort to succeed. I could have faked being sick on that one day that I had a huge test, or I could have never built up the courage to ask someone if they wanted to be friends. Without getting through these tough moments, I could have only dreamed of the things that I could accomplish today. Looking back, a few years after the first year of middle school, my parents offered my brother, Daniel, and I the opportunity to attend the Star Academy, a private school. Given this option, I wanted to learn. I took up this opportunity, and in the fall, I arrived at the school, knowing close to no one and nothing. Star was not what I expected at all. It had elaborate classes, actually challenging homework, and engaging topics. After making the decision to come here, I have been ever grateful to my parents for giving me a better chance at education. Now, in my 8th grade year, going into 9th, I cannot think how my life would be if I had never taken the chance to come to this school. Looking forward, we still have all high school, college, work, and retirement together. Apart from summer and breaks from school and such, I'm really excited to start working towards getting into college at once. I'm also looking forward to my first year of high school, since it will be a completely different experience compared to middle school. I'm also looking forward to being able to change my own APs, classes, and applying mainly after school. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is all the homework we will get. I want to give my many thanks to all those who have helped me in the past. I want to thank my siblings for being there for me and for helping me no matter what situation I was in. I teachers who I had throughout the years, who helped me learn something, no matter how little I understood, and encouraged me to do better, to love, to live. I want to thank all my friends for helping me get through lonely times, and for setting examples of what I want to be and what I want to aspire to be. I want to thank my parents for giving me countless opportunities to love me to more than I can. I want to thank all the people who I don't know who still did small favors or things for me, like holding the door open a little longer or switching seats on the airplane so that I could sit with my family. Finally, I want to thank all of you who came here today to listen to this speech, and to those who came to the event but still came to hear me talk to you about my life and what little wisdom I have to impart. As for the wisdom, I want you to know this. Don't depend on anything. You've gotta work on your own hours and try to be self-sufficient. And my suggestion, find what routine will express me. If you're like me and don't have a routine, try to set a mood or feel that gets you as productive as you can be. Another thing that will help us out is organization. Things like organizing your home in order that you're doing it may seem unimportant, but it can totally help you along. Apart from things outside of school, there are going to be tough problems you're going to come across inside of school. I don't mean problems like getting to class on time or forgetting to bring your notebook, but rather self-confidence. It may seem simple since you love yourself, but there will be challenging problems that can even change your whole motion in the of time. This is why I separate emotions and social life. One way to think about school is to imagine assignments and classes to be like a big machine that you can improve to run faster and more efficiently. The more things you consider for each class, like what topics you should keep in mind and which ones you should admire, the better each class will go. And the more you can focus on the topic that's being taught. That way, you can comfortably sit in class and understand the topic in class and not. Last of all, if you're nervous or afraid of either being in a big new building or not having any friends in a new place, don't worry. Think of a new building as a new experience, as something to explore and to use to your advantage. For grades, middle school grades acted as crutches, or training wheels, or orders at home. They made sure that you were motivated to do good, giving you something to set as a goal, like a specific letter grade or a particular percentage. Now, in high school, you gotta take those metaphorical crutches and throw them out. They acted as a demo for high school grades, but now you're going into the building. So make sure to study up and keep your grades in check. In conclusion, I want to say this. As we take our next step forward, whether it's in middle school, high school, college, or job application, I hope that we all remember that it's okay to struggle or feel lost and move on. Because that's how we grow and learn. Every challenge, every small win adds up, no matter how meaningless it may seem. Our futures are for us to live, but that doesn't mean they won't be tough to face. No matter how scary the efforts we put in at those times, even when they feel pointless, shape who we are. So, for the future, stay bold, powerful, and don't let the largest or smallest problem take you down. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Hello everyone, my name is Isaac and I've been attending Star
It was different by having smaller classes. It was more personal with everyone. Even if you were close friends or not, you became part of everyone's lives. This is something that I would love to cherish for the rest of my life. All these people here, everyone graduated, they helped shape me who I am today. Our friendships have significantly experienced us. I'm forever grateful. Whether it was through group projects, going outside and playing soccer, or just sharing laughs along, Star Academy has become our second home. We celebrate each other's success and provide humor every single day. Friends in 8th grade, thank you for your support and kindness, and good luck next year. We will begin a new chapter in our lives and become professionals. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all the teachers who taught me, and thank you for everyone being here today to listen to all of us.
Three countries, 4 languages, and 1 incredible journey. That is how I would like to tell you about my middle school years. At the start of middle school, I lived in my home country, Ukraine. However, in middle 5th grade, a tragic war broke out, which forced me and my family to move away. In the end, my family and I decided to move to Slovakia, and school proved to be very challenging. I didn't know the language or the material they were learning, but because the people around me showed their good side, I was able to overcome my fears, allowing me to learn the language and taste the material. We then moved to the US. With the help of wonderful coaches and Dynamo Offensive Life, and I'm grateful for everything they have done for me and my family. You may be wondering, why am I sharing this with you for the graduation speech? It's not because I want to tell you my life story. My idea was to show you all how everyone around me was helpful and kind, and how I would love for everyone to understand that if you help someone out in a small way, like holding the door, or for example, in a big way, like moving from a country, you'll always get something in return. Lastly, I want to say, just be kind and remember, nobody's perfect. You can always help to get close. From talking to other students already in high school, I learned that it can be stressful. It gave me a valuable tip. Rather than struggling and stressing, just ask for help. People around me. Thank you all for being part of this chapter in my life. And I'm eager to see what the future holds for us. Congrats, class of 2029.
I know you've all been sitting here a long while, so I'll try not to bore you too much. My name is Alex Shagarati. I've been going to this school since 4th grade, somehow 5 whole years ago. And I can comfortably say that we, as a class, have had more than our fair share of the middle school experience. But we persevered. We survived. And for that, we have to thank our parents. We have to thank Larissa, Margarita, and the rest of the administrative team here at Star Academy. We have to thank all of our teams. And we have to thank everyone who's worked behind the scenes to make this school function. Because an education like this is arduous to find in this day and age, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. But we made it through, and now we're here, about to move on to high school. About to have to worry about our GPAs. Not looking forward to that part. About to have every one of our actions weigh much more on our futures. So what does this mean for us? It means that even though we've already grown so much as people in the years that we've been in middle school, we still need to grow more in preparation for high school and eventually college. It will not be easy, that is a given. But I know you, being great. I know we all can do this. So what are you waiting for? The sooner you start, the easier it'll be. As Albert Einstein once said, be a voice, not an echo. Make yourselves heard. Make yourselves known. Thank you, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2025.
We would like to invite the President and the Vice President, Max Berstrom and Toma Brook, to assist us in giving out the official diplomas.
Starting off, Adam Rubian has successfully completed all the requirements for 8th grade graduation on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and is hereby awarded this diploma. Rachel Ryan has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and is hereby awarded this diploma. David Brooke has successfully completed all the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Leonora Ellenton has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and is hereby awarded this diploma. Timothy Fixler has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Alina Gershberg has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and is hereby awarded this diploma. Simone Gilbert has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Elizabeth Gisser has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and is hereby awarded this diploma. Ellie Revenchuk has successfully completed all the requirements for graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Elizaveta Ivanova has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation on Thursday, June 12, 2025, and is hereby awarded this diploma. Yvonne Postman has successfully completed all the requirements for graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Elizabeth Curlin has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Michael Bushko has successfully completed all the requirements for graduation and is hereby Jacob Levin has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is thereby awarded this diploma. completed all the requirements for graduation. Isaac Nagitsky has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Daniel Nagitsky has successfully completed all the requirements for graduation. Michelle Myerson has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Nathan Salgan has successfully completed all the requirements for graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Alex Shagarovsky has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Margaret Smirnoff has successfully completed all the requirements for 8th grade graduation and is hereby awarded this diploma. Daniel Tartar has successfully completed all of the requirements for 8th grade graduation